Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Alhamdulillahi rabbil alameen wal aqibatu lil muttaqeen wassalatu wassalamu ala ashrafil anbiya'i wal mursalin wa ala Muhammadin wa ala alihi wa ashabihi ajma'in ila yawmiddin. أما بعد قال الله تبارك وتعالى في القرآن المجيد والفرقان الحميد أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم يا أيها الذين آمنوا إن جاءكم فاسق بنبأ فتبينوا أن تصيبوا قوما بجهالة فتصبحوا على ما فعلتم نادمين. صدق الله العظيم. أما بعد قال الله تبارك وتعالى في القرآن المجيد والفرقان الحميد في شان حبيبه إن الله وملائكته يصلون على النبي يا أيها الذين آمنوا صلوا عليه وسلموا تسليما. Inshallah, today the two parts of my speech, answers to your fiqhi questions, and the second part of speech, inshallah, I'll do it at the end. You will find out what I'm going to talk about today, inshallah, whatever the issue is going on, inshallah. And that's a very good topic actually going on in our community sometimes, in our houses as well, in our families as well, goes on. So we have to be very careful about these fasiqeen who are in our community, who are trying to degrade other people, who are trying to degrade other izzas. In families there are many as well, and they always your qaribi. Mainly they are always your qaribi who are jealous from your whatever you are doing. If you're going high in your family, or you're doing very well, or let's say wealth wise you're becoming more powerful, or the ilm wise, or your children are doing really well, then these fasiqeen, they start showing their true colors. Inshallah, we'll talk about that as well at the end. First question is that it's the sister, she asked, Islam, hope you are well. Sure. That please could you clarify the following, that if a woman is in a house and azan goes on, can she answer the azan, or can she listen to the azan without having scarf on, or she has to put the scarf on, she has to cover her hair? And in the same way, sometimes I do zikr at home. Do I have to cover my head for doing zikr, like la ilaha illallah Muhammadur Rasulullah and all that stuff I have to do? Do I have to cover my hair, or I don't? The answer to that is, remember, woman's hair, they come in satar. Whatever the satar of woman is in namaz, that is her satar outside the namaz. So covering hair is only when you're reading namaz and when you are in front of a non-mahram. When you leave house and you know the non-mahram are going to be there, then you have to cover your head. Basically hair. Either, not just head, when we say head, that they cover the head and hair are hanging at the back. Whole hair must be covered when you go out in front of non-mahram. Second, when you are reading namaz. And if dupatta, the scarf is that thin, called shafoon, the kapra name, shafoon, if that thin, that anyone can see the blackish of your hair, the color of your hair, the satar is not satar. If you read namaz in that thin dupatta, your namaz is accepted. If you go out your house and any non-mahram sees you, still your satar is not covered. So you have to put thick dupatta on. Now, can you listen to azan? As I gave you answer before, only 2 times you have to cover your hair. In namaz, front of non-mahram. Answering azan, listening azan, doing zikr of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, or whatever you are doing, you don't have to cover your hair. Yeah, why we say is more respect. This is the respect. Because respect takes you there where knowledge can't take you. Wearing topi is not sunnah, our scholar says. He says sunnah is amama sharif. Rasulullah never wore topi on his own. There is no hadith. If there is one, then of course bring it to me. But I've heard many muftiyane ikram and ulama din, they say there is nowhere is proven that Rasulullah only had topi on. He had a amama sharif on. But then people say, what they say, so it's not sunnah. What is this? It's mustahab, it's good. But there is another thing. Have Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam uncovered his head? No. Rasulullah always covered his head. He used to go in toilet with the mama sharif on, come out with the mama sharif on. So covering head is very important. But with the woman, they can take the scarf off if they are home. They can answer azan without scarf. They can do zikr of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, whatever they want to do without the scarf on. Only 2 things you have to have scarf on when you're doing it: namaz and when you are in front of non-mahram. Next one is, That Islam, hope you are doing well. I just want you to, is there such a thing as haram haircut for male? So haram haircut for male. Remember, there is a hadith of Rasulullah Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, authentic hadith. Rasulullah Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, he has forbidden from qazah. The word came qazah. Qazah is when you are cutting one side of your hair and other side the loads of hair. One is when you in Pakistan, the people, when we used to go to barber shop, we used to say, can we have army cut? If you, those who come from Pakistan, they know army cut kar deti. Army cut is basically they do number 2 or 3 and then they blend in. You don't really see the difference, much difference. Ulma said that's fine, that's okay, that's alright. When you blend in, like number 4 and not that big difference at the top, or number 2 and the very short hair at the top, but he's faded or note on the side and then on the top, like nowadays boys are doing. They seen Arthur style and then they have the pony at the back. You know, this Arthur you watching, that's not real Arthur. Go and see Arthur, the real picture. Uttar, then I want you to follow Arthur. He has that big daddy, his whole sina is covered. This is how big daddy he had. Subhanallah, he has no hair, not long hair, normal hair. They're just actors. You want to follow Rasulullah Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. Follow the Sharia of Rasulullah Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. So I asked my teacher, what do you say? Some scholars say that is related with that time. That's some scholars only say. Related with that time. Why? Because people of that time, boys, girls, both male and female, they used to cut their hair from the side proper, like bald head, no, faded, and loads of hair at the top. They were trying to show that they are fahisha woman, fahisha man, and they do the job. Basically, they sell their bodies. That was the sign of them people at that time. That's the reason Rasulullah said it is forbidden to have that haircut. Why? Because people are gonna think you are one of them too. But our scholars, some scholars, most of the scholars, they keep it as it is. They said no, it was for that time, it is for this time as well. If you want to cut your hair, don't have no hair or fade hair and then loads of hair at the top. Yeah, number 2 or 3 at the back, and then blend in with other hair, not too much hair at the top. Otherwise, our scholars, what they say, it is a haram cut because Rasulullah qazah. Don't do it. When it's Rasulullah said don't, it becomes haram. So we have to be very careful with that, especially with our children when they go to barber shop and then they do that. And all those lines as well, styles and lines and all that. Because the lines, they are cutting hair from one side and then leaving a lot of hair at the top near the lines. So that we should not be doing that. Next one. I gave this answer about step parents and step when you adopt children and this and that. So she said, Assalamu alaikum, regarding the video on step parents, our step siblings also become mahram. There is a woman and there is a man. They're marrying each other. But husband has children from the previous marriage. Woman has children from the previous marriage. As soon they have physical relationship, this husband, the boys become mahram to that woman, and that woman's daughters become mahram to that man. They can even travel as well with that man. But they can never marry each other now. The man cannot marry that woman's daughters. That woman cannot marry this man's children. So the question is, they become mahram to each other. That's fine. Does the children of woman and the children of man, do they become mahram to each other as well, or can they marry to each other? They can marry to each other. Children don't become mahram. Another question was asked that I have adopted a child, a girl. Do they both children, boy and girl, adopted one, do they become mahram to each other? No. Why are they going to become mahram to each other? So boy and girl, they won't be mahram to each other, both adopted one. Okay, so hopefully you understood. So there's another one. In Islam, can a woman go out and work before or after marriage? When she's living with her parents and when she got married and she goes to her husband's house, can she go out and work? In Islam, woman can go out and she can work if she is going with all the Shari conditions. If her husband is earning enough and he's covering all the expenses, and easily you can save money, whatever you can do, life is easy, and she just want to go out for, let's say, I'm getting bored of this and that. When you getting bored, take car and go just for shopping or something, but you don't go out work. Yeah, if you want to, nowadays you can work from home, you can do that. But if you really, nowadays, to be honest, most of the people, they are struggling nowadays, the way things are after COVID hit. So if you think we have to plan ahead as well, we have to save money for children, the way the house prices are going on and the cars and everything we have to do, man cannot save on his own. Then woman, yes, can go out with all the Shari conditions, scarf, everything, and when she go out, she's not like doing too much, like she's talking to them very freely with everyone. With all these conditions, you can go out and you can work. Where is it coming from? Shoaib alayhi salam. From the qissa of Musa alayhi salam. When Musa alayhi salam punched a guy and accidentally killed him, he went to different city. When he went different country, when he went there, he was sitting under the tree. And Quran says two girls were stopped and they had the lambs with them, sheep with them. They wanted to feed them or give them water from the well, but some man was standing there. And then Musa alayhi salam went to them, asked them, "Why are you standing here? Why are you waiting? What do you want?" And both girls said, "Our father is Shaykhun Kabirun. He's old person. He's an old man. He cannot come out to do this work. That's why he sent both of us out to do work for him." And then, of course, they covered themselves, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala mentioned everything the way they came. They were holding the dupatta, and with the old haya, Allah mentioned the word haya. With haya they came, and they said to Musa alayhi salam, once Musa helped them, that my father is calling you, he wants to pay you by whatever you helped us. So Allah is mentioning all the how you should go out to work if you need to. Yes, they can do if there is necessary. Acha, there is another one. Islam Imam Sahib, hope you're good. My friend was concerned as he's been taking them smart whip gas to get high on balloons. It's kind of gas and basically taking drugs. And he's wondering if he's intoxicated for 40 days. As I know it's the case with alcohol and weed, as he's saying he's only high for 5 to 10 minutes and he's back to sober and still read namaz. It's a misconception. It's a misconception that if you drink or take drugs or whatever smart whip or gas, whatever you take, and then because of that, when you are intoxicated yourself for next 40 days, you cannot read namaz. Yeah, there is a hadith of Rasulullah that 40 days your dua won't be accepted in the court of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And if that drug or that drink is in your body still, the haram is still in your body, and if you die in that state, you will become the Jahannami person. You will go to hellfire. But that doesn't mean that if for next 40 days you don't read no namaz. While you are in the state of intoxication, while you are in the state of drunk state, at that time you cannot read namaz because you don't know what you are saying. You might say some wrong words. So you cannot read in that state. As soon the intoxication comes off, the drunken condition comes off, the gas was in your head, and as it comes off and you know what you're doing, what you're saying, go do wuzu, read namaz, don't wait 40 days. It's a misconception. I get this question, to be honest, from boys a lot, especially those our community this going on who drink. They say, Imam Sahib, I do drink, but when I drink, I don't read namaz for next 40 days. What's the ruling? This is the ruling. If you drink, first of all, may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala protect everyone. But if you have done this kind of haram thing, as soon you come out from the drunken state, do wuzu or take bath, and then go stand in the court of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala forgiveness and keeps you on the right path. So whatever drugs you're taking or whatever you're doing, as soon you come out from that state, you have to read next namaz, and whatever namaz you missed in that state, you have to go and repeat those namaz, those salahs. Acha, another one. Is it best for a spouse, wife, to move out of the in-laws house after marriage? Does the wife have a right to request her own space? Now remember, nafka and rehaish, it is wajib fard upon husband. He has to provide. What kind of rehaish? Rehaish basically shelter. So Islam says as long as you provide her one room, she has got the keys for the room, then no one can go inside without her permission. So even though it's one house, everyone's living together, as long as she got her own room, that's fine. Shelter is provided. It doesn't mean that you buy a house, nice one, a 5-bedroom, then I will marry you. No, that's wrong. You can't say that. But the way things are going nowadays, patience level is decreasing. Everyone is always like, I want my own space. I always suggest that rather than spending that much money on weddings and mendis and all these ceremonies, why don't you put money on the side, buy a house for them? Why? Yeah, don't let them go very far. Look after your parents. But I always suggest, do not get married until you got your own house. Otherwise, there are many problems. You are in your house, argument goes on. Most of the time, mom is going to take boy's side. If mom and the wife start fighting, husband, if he takes wife's side, the mom goes after him. If husband takes mom's side, then girls go after him. The best way is live in your house. You fight whatever you do. But when you come to your home, your parents' house, no one knows what happened last night or 2 days before you fought or whatever happened. No one knows. You come to the house, you happily help them, whatever you want to take for appointments, whatever you want to do. But I always suggest have your own house and then you go. Yeah, I'm not saying you leave your parents. No, don't leave your parents. Regularly, daily basis, come check upon them, go to them, buy things, appointments, anything, every evening, finish work, go to them, weekends, go to them. I'm not saying leave them, but definitely have your own rehash. As I told you before, many divorces are taking place just because of that. Girl saying, Mom, all intervening in our marriage. He's mommy's boy. So rather than you break your house, why don't you live separately? Either on a rent or whatever you want to do, go buy a house. You can come to your parents as well, keep them happy and keep your wife happy as well. You know, our Sharia even tells us as well. When Rasulullah married Hazrat Ali radiallahu anhu, Hazrat Fatima radiallahu anha, they started living in their own house. Rasulullah had 9 wives. They all had separate houses. They never lived together in one house or in one room. They lived separately. Plus parde muamale as well. Brother-in-law is living in same house. Now the sister-in-law who's now mahram to her, they both are non-mahram. And the other muamalat as well in your house. The kind of houses we have here. In Pakistan we have big houses. That banda utara and again that wo phone karna banda daro yaar. Right? Here houses are very small. Like you, some let's say physical relationship took place last night. बंदे मन फोन करते हैं माम साहब सुबह उठ के नहा लिया करिए सारे सोने लगे होंगे नहाने जाने लगे होंगे. Everyone is having us when we have physical relationship. Do we have to take bath straight away? Because everyone is like can hear when we go in bath. Of course they know why he's taking bath, why the woman is going to take bath. So it is best to have your own rehash. That's the best. That's what my opinion is. Maybe some other person or imam gives a different opinion. My opinion, the way I'm seeing the issues in our community and the level of patience is going. People are giving divorces on just TV channel. I want you to put this channel on, that I want you to put that channel on, and then he says, no, you are just like your family. Don't move me like that too. Started from channel and it finishes where? At the divorce. So may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give us the tawfiq to understand our deen completely and give us patience the way our Salaf-Salihin had. Now, very important, I want you to talk to you about the issue. We have kicked one teacher out from this madrasa and she's going around in every house and talking about me. She's going to every girl house of my madrasa and she's telling the parents Imam is doing these kind of evil things. She's saying, telling everyone, evil things he's doing in madrasa. I told all the girls in my madrasa, every girl, that's what she's saying. Some they said to me, they said, Mom, and they're listening downstairs, all the girls. They're listening. They forced me to talk about this. You need to let the community know. I talked to many imams. I said, what do you want me to do? Because this imam is not going to go in hiding. Those imams will go in hiding because they've done wrong things. I know how to fight my fight. I'm standing here, come and talk to me. Whenever she comes to your house, Hafiz, tell her, come with me. All them girls sit right in front of me. I sit there. You know, one girl, Qasam Khuda, one girl says, never mind lifting a finger or touching anyone. Imams have looked at us with that kind of eye. Khuda Qasam, I leave this madrasa. I told them girls yesterday in Islamic said, this is what your teacher doing. They are fuming out there. They Qasam forced me to talk about this Imam Tab. You have to tell everyone. Why? Because she's going every house and she's talking to all the ladies. Ya ayyuhalladhina amanu in ja'akum fasiqun aw mu'minin. When a fasiq person, a transgressor, when he comes to you, bin naba'in, brings you a news, very important news that requires taking action. Like this person is doing this in your family, in your community, in masjid, regarding imam or regarding someone, what you're supposed to be doing. فَتَبَيَّنُوا, then you verify it carefully. Go investigate before you take action. Why you should be doing that? تُصِيبُ قَوْمًا بِجَهَالَةٍ, then maybe you harm people in ignorance, that you have no knowledge about that. Start degrading those people, start disrespecting those people. فَتُصْبِحُ عَلَى مَا فَعَلْتُمْ نَادِمِينَ, you become regretful later on. That why did I do that? After I found out the person was good. For those people who are listening to her, وَلَا تَقْفُ مَا لَيْسَ لَكَ بِهِ عِلْمٍ, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, do not pursue, do not go after about something which you have no knowledge of. Inna sam'a wal basara wal fuada. If you are listening to her and you are investigating, inna sam'a wal basara, and you are seeing everything, you know Imam is good, and you still listening to her, wal fuada, and every feeling which is crossing through your heart, and you know this guy is good, still you are not listening to Imam and you are still listening to that person. Like kullu ulaika kana anhu mas'ula, on the day of judgment you will be standing right in front of me and you will be questioned. I'll be there right in front of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. My Nabi will be there in front of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. She will be there standing in front of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. She goes to Umrah every year. I always say, what is the point of going Makkah? What is the point of going Medina? What is the point of going and visiting Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam when the Rasulullah Sharia doesn't live in your heart? Otherwise in Makkah Abu Jahl was there. In Medina, Abdullah bin Ubay bin Salul was there. Still they could not get Hidayat. Why? Because they could not get the Sharia of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam in their heart. If you have no Sharia of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam here, you can never come on the right path. 12 years she's been teaching here. She used to beat girls up and they never told us. We found out somehow. And then girls came to us. She smacked me when I was reading namaz. She hit me when I was reading namaz. I've got bruise on my leg when I was reading namaz. She hit me. She dragged me. I was reading namaz. Dragged me. Big girls. 15 years old girl. After the one we found out, This masjid is the most safest masjid, I'm telling you. Camera is everywhere, every corner, in my office, everywhere is camera. The most safest, your children can be the most safe is in this masjid. I don't let my boys lift eyes when the girls are passing through. I stand myself in the corner there. I say, how come you standing there? Go inside. Because it's up to head teacher, up to imam, what he's giving other boys. After Juma, come to me, whatever. If you want to ask her name, I'll tell you her name. I've been told, give her name here as well. But chalo, theek hai, rehne do. Even the imams told me, she's saying with your name. And she thinks, I don't know. Every house she's going, every house, the mom talks to children are phoning me. Imam Sahib, that's what happened. This is how much this girl loved me, alhamdulillah, as a brother and as their father. When that happened, I said to committee, go and take signature from every girl. I ain't giving no statement. Ask them girls about me. Every girl gave statement about me. He's like our father. He's like our brother. It's full learning from him. We don't want him to go. We want her to go. And she got kicked out. And she can't take that now. She want to take me with her. But alhamdulillah, wa tu'izzu man tasha, wa tu'zillu man tasha. Allah is the one who gives izzah. Allah is the one who gives zillah. All those who are listening to her. You know, I want fair trial. Tell her come in front of me. I swear to God, she won't come in front of me. She won't sit in front of me. And I'm gonna bring every single girl of madrasa. And them girls are fuming, I'm telling you. उसको पागल कर देंगी वो. इतनी पागल हुई है कल मैं बताया हूँ. Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam says, "Inna dima'akum wa amwalakum wa a'radakum alaykum haramun ka hurmati yawmakum hadha wa fi shahrikum hadha." That oh people, listen to me. Inna dima'akum, your lives, wa amwalakum, and your properties, your wealth, wa inna a'radakum, and your reputation is sacred to you. As it is sacred like hurmati yomikum hadha, like it is this day, like 9th of Arafah is more sacred to you. And fi shahrikum hadha, and the way this Hajj month is sacred to you. This is how sacred a Muslim's dignity is. This is how sacred Muslim's reputation is. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, La ta'awanu ala al-ithmi wal udwan. Never cooperate with people who are spreading sin. Because if you are doing it, what you are doing the same sin. Whenever she comes in every house, tell her, face me. Some come face me with that woman. She can't prove anything, nothing at all. Tell her, come right front to me, talk to me. All girls are sit there. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala protect our community, these kind of degraded and zaleel women. May Allah subhanahu, I want you to say Ameen. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala protect our communities, our masajid from these kind of degraded women who degrade other person's reputation, because she's being degraded in this masjid. She got kicked out. Ma alayna illa al-balagul mubin.